You keep exhausting yourself, pouring your energy into people who can't even see your worth. You're chasing after attention that should be freely given, not begged for. Stop running after those who turn their back on you. Every time you chase, you shrink your value. Every time you lower yourself just to be noticed, you tell the world that you are not enough as you are. But the truth is, you are more than enough.
Why do you keep trying to convince someone to care? Why do you fight for a place in the life of someone who doesn't fight for a place in yours? That isn't love, that isn't connection, it's desperation, and it will drain you until there's nothing left.
You have to realize that the moment someone chooses to ignore you, they've already told you everything you need to know. Silence is not an invitation for you to try harder. It's the universe showing you where you don't belong. Ignoring someone is a choice, and if they choose to disregard you, let them, that's their loss, not yours.
There is strength in walking away. There is dignity in refusing to beg for a response. The person who can ignore your presence does not deserve your energy, your kindness, or your time. Your energy is sacred, and you need to protect it fiercely.
So stop lowering yourself. Stop waiting on a text that never comes, a call that never rings, a presence that never shows up. Let go, because the moment you let go, you open space for people who actually value you, people who see your worth without you having to prove it. Life is too short to keep knocking on doors that are locked. The right people will never ignore you. The right people will show up. They will make time. They will be present. And until you meet them, stay rooted in your own power. You do not chase, you attract. You do not beg, you deserve. And the day you stop running after those who ignore you is the day you finally step into your strength. That's the day you take your power back. When someone ignores you, they are making a choice. They are showing you through their actions where you stand in their life. And yet you keep chasing, you keep trying harder as if your work depends on their validation. But let me tell you something. When someone chooses to ignore you, they are already telling you everything you need to know. Their silence is not a puzzle you have to solve. It's not a challenge you need to overcome. It is an answer. The moment you understand that, you will stop running after people who turn their back on you. You will stop lowering yourself just to be acknowledged. Because every time you do that, you give away your power. You teach people that they can disregard you and still have you waiting. You show them that your value can be questioned, that your love can be taken for granted. And that is not who you are. You were not created to beg for a place in someone's life. Think about it. Do you really want to be in the life of someone who cannot even notice your presence? Do you want to fight for someone's attention, for their approval, when in truth, the people meant for you will never make you feel invisible? The right ones will never look past you. They will meet your energy. They will recognize your worth. They will choose you without hesitation. But here you are, wasting your precious time chasing the wrong ones. Chasing someone who looks at their phone and decides you are not important enough to reply to. Chasing someone who sees your effort but refuses to reciprocate. Chasing someone who deep down has already shown you you don't matter to them the way they matter to you. And that truth hurts, I know. But it's better to face it than to keep running in circles, hoping one day they'll wake up and finally see what's in front of them. The more you chase, the more you lose yourself. Your energy, your dignity, your peace, it all starts to slip away. You wait on messages that never come. You replay moments in your head, wondering if you did something wrong. You keep searching for reasons to justify their distance. But the reality is, there is no reason worth your energy. They are simply not choosing you, and that's it. And here's the thing, you don't need to fight for someone's choice. You don't need to prove your worth to someone blind to it. Love is not supposed to be begged for. Connection is not supposed to be forced. And attention is not supposed to be chased. You deserve to be seen without asking. You deserve to be heard without shouting. You deserve to be loved without begging. So stop giving your energy to those who throw it away. Stop lowering yourself to fit into spaces where you were never meant to belong. Stop explaining, stop convincing, stop waiting. Because the moment you stop chasing, you begin to heal. You begin to take back your power. You begin to understand that your worth is not tied to someone's ability to see it.
When you finally let go of chasing, you will find peace. You will stand taller, stronger, unshaken. You will realize that silence is not rejection of you as a person. It is redirection. It is life clearing the way for the people who are actually meant to be in your life. People who will never ignore you. People who will value you naturally. People who will meet you where you are without you having to beg them to show up.
And yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's going to feel lonely. Because when you stop chasing, there is an emptiness that follows. But that emptiness is sacred. It is space being created for something better. It is your soul reminding you that you were never meant to run after those who walk away. You were meant to align with those who walk beside you. So let them ignore you. Let them look the other way. Let them miss the chance to have someone like you in their life. That is not your burden to carry. It is theirs. Their choice will come back to them one day. And by then you won't even care. Because you'll be so grounded in your own worth, so focused on your own growth, that the thought of chasing will feel foreign, almost laughable. The truth is, the moment you stop chasing those who ignore you is the moment you step into your strength. That's when you reclaim your time, your energy, your dignity. That's when you realize you don't need them. You never did. And that's when life will start bringing you the people who will never ignore your presence, because to them you are undeniable. Protecting your energy and dignity is not optional. It is necessary if you want to live a life of peace, strength, and true self-respect. Every time you hand over your energy to people who don't deserve it, you are draining yourself for nothing. Every time you beg for attention, you are lowering the standard of how others should treat you. You are showing the world that you are willing to compromise your worth just to feel seen. But you are not here to beg. You are not here to prove your value to people who can't recognize it. You are here to protect your energy, because your energy is your life force, and once it's gone, you can't get it back. Look at what happens when you don't protect it. You become tired, drained, restless. You feel heavy inside, questioning yourself, doubting who you are. You give and give while receiving nothing in return, and slowly your self-respect slips away. And the worst part, the more you allow it, the more people will take advantage of it. They will learn that your boundaries can be broken, that your dignity can be traded for the smallest piece of attention. They will learn that you don't truly value yourself because you allow them to treat you as less than you deserve. But you were not created to live like that. There is strength in walking away. There is power in silence. There is dignity in refusing to beg. Protecting your energy means learning when to stop giving it away. It means recognizing when someone is taking more than they are giving. It means standing firm and saying, I will not lower myself for you. Because the moment you do that, the moment you decide to protect yourself, everything begins to shift. Protecting your dignity is not about arrogance. It's not about acting like you are better than anyone else. It's about understanding your value so deeply that you refuse to let anyone play with it. It's about walking into a room and knowing that whether someone acknowledges you or not, it does not change who you are. Their silence, their ignorance, their lack of recognition does not define you. You define you. And when you truly believe that, you will never again give people the power to lower your self-worth. You have to stop letting others dictate how you feel about yourself. You have to stop waiting on their approval to feel enough. When you hold on to your dignity, you stand unshaken, because no one's words, no one's actions, no one's rejection can break you. They can ignore you, they can doubt you, they can even walk away from you, but none of that changes your value. Protecting your energy and dignity means living in that truth every single day. And yes, it will hurt sometimes. Walking away will feel painful, setting boundaries will feel uncomfortable, but pain is temporary. Discomfort is temporary. Losing yourself that lasts forever if you don't stop it. So don't hand people the keys to your peace. Don't let them control your emotions. Don't let them decide when you are worthy and when you are not. Because your worth is not negotiable. It is not up for debate. It is not dependent on someone's inability to see it. The moment you choose dignity over desperation, you rise. You rise above the games, the silence, the disrespect. You rise into a version of yourself that knows peace, that knows self-love, that knows strength. And that version of you does not chase. that version of you does not beg. That version of you knows that silence can be louder than any words.
Protecting your energy is also about protecting your future. Every time you waste energy on the wrong people, you take it away from the right ones. Every time you invest in someone who does not care, you delay the people who actually will. Protect your energy so you can give it to the ones who deserve it, the ones who will stand with you, who will value you, who will respect you. But most importantly, protect it for yourself, because you need your energy to grow, to heal, to create the life you dream of.
Stop explaining yourself to those committed to misunderstanding you. Stop bending over backwards for people who will never appreciate it. Stop begging for crumbs of attention when you deserve the whole feast. The more you protect your energy, the more powerful you become. The more you guard your dignity, the more magnetic you are. And soon you will realize that the people who tried to devalue you were never worthy of you in the first place. Remember this, walking away is not weakness. Silence is not weakness. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is survival. It is wisdom. It is self-love in its purest form. And when you live this way, you no longer allow others to define your worth. You no longer hand them the power to break you. You stand firm, unshaken, and untouchable. You have to understand something powerful. You do not chase. You attract. You do not beg. You deserve. The moment you stop running after people who ignore you, the universe shifts in your favor, because chasing comes from a place of lack, from a place of believing you are not enough as you are. But when you stop chasing and start standing in your worth, you send out a different kind of energy, an energy that draws in the right people, the right opportunities, the right life. Think about it. When you chase, what are you really saying? You're saying, I need you to complete me. I need your attention to feel worthy. I need your presence to feel whole. But you are already whole. You were already valuable before they came into your life, and you will remain valuable long after they leave. When you stop chasing, you are declaring, I am enough. I don't need to run after anyone. If you want to be in my life, you will meet me here. You will match my energy. You will choose me without hesitation. The right people will never ignore you. They will never make you feel like you are too much or not enough. They will never leave you questioning where you stand. The right ones will see you clearly, fully, deeply. They will value you without you needing to prove yourself. And until they arrive, you must stand firm in who you are. You must learn to be so grounded in your own energy that you do not flinch when someone fails to see it. Attracting begins with alignment. When you align with your worth, you stop tolerating what doesn't serve you. You stop begging for love from people incapable of giving it. You stop chasing after those who were never meant to walk with you. And suddenly your life begins to shift. Suddenly people who respect you, who admire you, who see you for who you are, those people start appearing. Not because you begged for them, not because you forced it, but because you created the space by walking away from what wasn't meant for you. Chasing always leads to emptiness. Even if you get what you wanted, it won't last, because it wasn't built on respect. It was built on desperation. But attracting lasts, because it comes from authenticity. It comes from being true to yourself, from knowing what you bring to the table and refusing to settle for less. When you attract, you don't worry about who leaves, because you know the ones who stay are there for the right reasons. You must understand, attraction is not about physical beauty, wealth, or status. It is about energy. Your energy speaks before you do. When you carry yourself with dignity, with peace, with confidence, you become magnetic. People feel it, they are drawn to it, even without knowing why. But when you chase, that energy shifts. Desperation repels. Neediness pushes people away. The energy of begging says, I am not enough, and the world mirrors it back to you. So, stop chasing. Stop running after doors that are closed. Stop exhausting yourself trying to convince people to care. Your energy is too sacred for that. Hold your head high. Protect your peace. Stand in your worth. And trust that what is meant for you will never require you to beg for it. When you stop chasing, you also stop settling. You raise your standards. You stop accepting crumbs of attention, half-hearted love, inconsistent effort. You begin to demand more, not with words, but with your silence, with your boundaries, with your presence, and the right people will rise to meet you. They will see that you are not to be played with, not to be taken for granted, not to be ignored. They will see that you are rare. The truth is, when you chase, you lose yourself, but when you attract, you find yourself. You discovered that your power was never in the approval of others. It was always in you. The confidence, the peace, the strength, it was always there. Chasing distracted you from it. Attracting reminds you of it.
And yes, it takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes courage to stand still when everything in you wants to run after them. But the longer you stay rooted, the stronger you become. The more you wait, the more magnetic your energy grows. And eventually, you realize you don't even want the people you once chased. Because once you step into your true worth, you understand they were never worthy of you.
So let this be your reminder. You do not chase, you attract. You do not beg, you deserve. You do not lower your standards to be seen. You raise your energy and the right people rise to meet you. And the day you fully accept this truth is the day everything in your life begins to change.